user. Meghan's daydream to earn $1 million from Pricey children's book got bitter failure. Meghan Markle's worldwide PR move failed to improve sales of Pricey children's book. Meghan Markle's high-profile appearance in New York failed to provide a spike in sales for her illustrated children's book, The Bench, a royal commentator claimed. Meghan Markle's public reading of her children's book The Bench failed to spark an increase in sales, according to a royal commentator. During the couple's tour of New York, the Duchess took the opportunity to read aloud from her book, but despite the worldwide PR opportunity, the price of The Bench has been reduced by a number of retailers. Prince Harry and Meghan spent 3 days in the city, where they conducted a number of official engagements. Royal commentator Neil Sean said, "A few months ago, in a fanfare of glory, there was the big publicity hype for Meghan Markle's first book. I don't know if it's a novel children's book, still haven't quite worked out what it's meant to be. What people do think here in the United Kingdom is it's incredibly pricey, it's too expensive for the type of book that it is." It's also interesting to note that Penguin Random House, the publishers of Harry's forthcoming book, were hoping for a spike in sales. As you know, Harry and Meghan decided to pop over to the Big Apple, and it was at that point that Meghan decided to do something, in what we call in celebrity terms, a Madonna. That is, she decided to read extracts from her book to those school children that she visited while dressed in all those designer threads, being totally relatable in diamonds and all that sort of stuff. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were visiting a primary school in Harlem, where 94% of the intake come from economically disadvantaged backgrounds. In an event to promote children's literacy, Meghan Markle read aloud from The Bench, whilst Prince Harry sat in the audience with the second-grade pupils. Neil Sean continued, "When you consider that worldwide PR with all the press there, everybody repeating the name of the book and of course, showing it on newsreels and stuff like that across social media and print, you would have expected a spike in sales." Well, sadly for Meghan, that's not been the case. In fact, there's not really been a spike in sales at all, even though the book's been reduced on various sites. Meghan published her first children's book The Bench on June 8, shortly after the arrival of the couple's daughter, Lilibet Diana. The book is about a relationship between a father and his son, told from the perspective of the mother. It has originally been conceived from a poem Meghan had written for Prince Harry on his first Father's Day. The book was then inspired by her husband's relationship with Archie Harrison, the couple's first child. Illustrator Christian Robinson provided watercolor paintings for the book, which according to the Duchess, capture the warmth, joy, and comfort of the relationship between fathers and sons from all walks of life. The book received mixed reviews, with the New York Times praising the messaging and illustrations but saying it's not terrible, but it's not terrific. The Bench marked the couple's first literary venture, with Prince Harry currently writing his memoir, which is due to be released in late 2022. According to the Duke, the memoir will be an accurate and wholly truthful account of his life and will cover his childhood, life within the royal family, and his role as a husband and father. Prince Harry and Meghan have recently returned to their home in California following a 3-day tour of New York. During their time in the city, they met with New York's Mayor, Bill de Blasio, joined a roundtable discussion with the World Health Organization, and gave a speech at the Global Citizen Live concert. The trip was their first joint public engagement since leaving the royal family in 2020.